I got this light fixture for only $1 at the Restore. If you've never been to the Restore, it's essentially like a thrift store with building supplies. But this light fixture looks exactly like a bowl. It's gorgeous. It's gonna be perfect in my Christmas decor. Dollar Tree sells these $1.25 poinsettias. They come in 3 different colors. There's a bright red, a white, and then there's also kind of like a dark red color. We went with the bright red color. I want to add a bunch of poinsettias to my bowl. So to start, I need a filler. So I'm gonna place down this inexpensive garland that I got at Walmart. You wanna place your garland in to create a base. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Next, I'm gonna add in the red poinsettias. Now, I bought 9 of these at Dollar Tree. Hopefully that's enough. We're gonna see how many I use. I think my plan is to start around the edge and then I'll put some in the middle. Now, if you need to elevate any of your flowers, I like to use things like these plastic cups, or these are always great as well, just to get them up a little bit higher. Okay, now I'm gonna put 2 in the middle. I think this makes such a gorgeous centerpiece. I can't wait to have it out for the holidays. I found the best dupe for high-end Christmas candles on Amazon. These green Christmas tree LED candles are perfect. They have a button on the bottom so you can turn them on and off. And I also picked up these gold candle holders that I think look really high-end, and you're gonna save a ton of money. In the fall, I made some cinnamon pumpkins and they were really popular, so I'm gonna do it again for the holidays and make some cinnamon ornaments. Start off with your mixing bowl. You're gonna need 1 cup of cinnamon, 3/4 cup applesauce or 1 packet, and 2 tablespoons of Elmer's glue. Then you're gonna mix your ingredients. Now that everything's mixed, I'm gonna form it into a ball. I'm gonna add parchment paper to my counter. I'm gonna put a little bit of cinnamon down, and then I'll put the dough down. Next, I'm gonna knead the dough together. You're gonna roll out your dough. As I'm rolling this out, I do feel like I have a lot of cracks in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to re-knead it and maybe add in a little bit more glue. I don't know, we'll try it. All right, so you're gonna need a tray with a little bit more parchment paper. I have all the dough rolled out. Next, I'm going to try to cut the cinnamon out with one of my cookie cutters. Since it's the holidays, I have a reindeer. I also have a tree, a snowflake, and a snowman. Let's try to use all of them. These look so good. Now we do have to put a little hole for the string if you're gonna use these as ornaments. So I'm just gonna use a straw and put it in the center of all my ornaments. These are gonna bake in the oven at 200 degrees for 1 hour. Now that the ornaments are completely hardened, I'm gonna add in a little bit of ribbon to hang these on my tree. Have you ever thought about using a tension rod to hang up garland? I saw this viral hack last year and I was so excited to try it in my house. Now over here in my pantry, it's kind of boring and I was kind of wondering what I should put in here, and I thought this would be the perfect item to add. So I got this curtain tension rod at Walmart. The other thing I picked up were some new large bells. Now these are from Amazon. They are so adorable. You get 3 different bells. So I have a larger one, and then a medium and a smaller one. So I'm gonna start by hanging the bells on the tension rod. Now what's cool about using the tension rod is you can do everything with it low and then move it up high. So I'm gonna start here and I'm just going to put it in place. So so you can determine where you want to put your bells. I think I want them to kind of be in the center. The other thing that I'm going to add is a garland. Honestly, I don't really know where this is from. I'm assuming it's probably from Walmart. So what I like to do with my garlands is I always find the center. So I'm going to take them and kind of pull it in half. So this is gonna show me where the center is. So I know that I wanna start here, and I'm gonna loop the garland around so it hangs over on the side. So I think what I wanna do is try to loop it around in between the bells. Now with this side, I'm gonna do the same thing, loop it in between my bells. So I think over here, I'm gonna try to loop it one more time. We're gonna loop again on this side. Now, these little hanging pieces, you can either tuck those in so you can't see them, or you can always cut them off with wire cutters. Now, the cool part about your garland being lower is you can fluff out your garland before you move it up in place. Now that the garland's ready, I'm going to move it up to the top so it's set in place. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Comment the word of the day, which is Pottery Barn. Let's make hot chocolate stirrers. Now you're going to need one of these silicone pans. I think the smaller ones work best. Just set that down on a cookie sheet. We're gonna start with melting some chocolate. I have an entire pack, this is 24 ounces, that I'm gonna cut up and put in my bowl to melt. I'll put this in for just a minute and I'll keep checking it and stirring. Put it back in for another minute. Okay, it's almost done. I'll probably put it back in for maybe like 30 more seconds. All right, I think it's ready. Next, I'm gonna add in 1 cup of powdered sugar. Now we'll put in ½ a cup of cocoa powder. Now we're gonna mix these together. If your chocolate hardens too much, you can always put it in the microwave for another minute. Now I'm just going to spoon it into my silicone containers. Once you get all your chocolate in, before it has time to dry, you want to add on your fun toppings. I'm going to be adding in some marshmallows. I'm also going to be adding in a little bit of peppermint. I just broke apart a candy cane in a bag, and I'm going to add that, not to all of them, maybe just half of my stirrers. I'm also going to add in some red and white Christmas sprinkles. Top it off by putting in a popsicle stick. You're going to let these dry overnight. Once these have a chance to set, you're just going to pop them out of the silicone and you can place them on a tray. These also make great gifts. So if you want to give them as a gift, get some of these cellophane bags and then you're just going to place one into your bag. I'll add a little bit of red and white twine to finish it off. If you've never used one of these hot chocolate stirrers, just heat up the milk until it's warm. Then you're gonna take one of your hot chocolate stirrers and put it in the milk. You're gonna let the chocolate melt and you'll just stir it around. And now you have a great cup of hot cocoa. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.